you've been on a streak and you had a wild finish at the Geico 500. Third place, you basically finished spun around backwards. You were like a real Ricky Bobby. Has that ever happened to you? And have you ever had to practice that?
No, I've never practiced that. But when I got home, my kids did tell me that I was like Tow Mater from the movie Cars, and that I'm the world's best backwards driver. So
you did kill it. I mean, it truly was remarkable. It made mainstream news, hit pop culture even outside of NASCAR. And I guess it's a Mario Kart move. I mean, it truly was like I've never seen it.
Yeah, well, I do have a fair amount of experience playing Mario Kart. My son loves Mario Kart, so that's one of the ways that we've spent some of our quarantine was playing Mario Kart. So I did have I did have a chance to brush up my skills on Mario Kart quite a bit before we went back racing.
Who do you pick? I'm just hoping you don't say Bowser. Do you have a regular racer?
Yeah, I'm Yoshi.
Okay, good. Very good pick. I like that. Good middle run speed.
Yoshi on a motorbike is tough to beat.
It is tough to beat. So beyond golf carts on Mario World, I've been impressed with NASCAR over the past few months. It started obviously with the banning of the Confederate flag at races and then the swift message they sent out regarding Bubba Wallace. I know he mentioned you specifically during a press conference as someone he's not necessarily pals with, but was so impressed and felt it was so important that you texted him, and he said it meant a lot. And you also publicly tweeted. But why was reaching out to him personally? Why was that important to you?
Well, for me, I just knew that he was going through a lot. And, I know when you feel like the world's crashing in around you and all those things, you can live in your head and you can just get in a bad place. And so I just messaged him and said, hey man, I can't imagine what you're going through. I don't even pretend to understand, but I have empathy for you, and I, care about you as a human being, and that I am going to stand with you and stand by you and support you as a brother. I know we're not friends. He's a very different personality than I am, and we don't. He's young and not married. I'm older, married, 2 kids. So our lives just don't, really coexist. And so, he's somebody that I see around a lot at the racetrack, but we just don't have a lot of interaction. But something inside of me was just saying, like, man, reach out to the guy. He's probably just dealing with so much, and I don't know how many people he has that reach out to him that just give him some encouragement. And so I just wanted to encourage him and tell him that I was thinking about him and caring about him as a person, as a human being. And I just feel like that's the right thing to do. I mean, for me, I'm a devout Christian, and I feel like that plays a huge part in my daily life and the way that I want to interact with people and treat other people. And for me, it was just something that I felt like I needed to do.
Yeah, and I think that as a casual NASCAR fan who's now getting much more into the community, I have loved it, seeing people like you and Tyler Reddick and Ty Dillon and the legend Richard Petty. I mean, seeing all of you guys stand up for each other as brothers, like you said, competitive but still brothers, has been really inspiring. Did you know that community existed before it was tested, on a national scale?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been around our sport for long enough now to know that we, as much as we want to crush each other on the racetrack, when we are away from the racetrack, we are a family. Like we are really a community. One of the things that I think that makes our sport unique to other sports is that every single team competes against each other every single weekend, right? There's no other sport like that where, it's either one team against another team, and then the next week they play a different team. Right. We compete against the same group of people and teams every single week. And when we travel to these events, we're all going to the same event together. We travel together. Our motorhomes are parked in a lot inside the racetrack together. So each one of those drivers, albeit I want to beat them on the racetrack, they're my neighbors at the racetrack. Right. Their motorhomes are right next to my motorhomes. The guys that have kids, their kids are playing with my kids on the playground. The wives, they're talking to each other. We sit outside on picnic tables by our motorhomes and eat dinner outside, together. So there's just a lot of community and a lot of family that goes into our sport.